Yo, wedding photographer, don't buy another camera, don't buy another lens, and don't buy another flash. The reason why I say that because it's not going to fix your business. The wedding photography business model is broken. And the reason why I say that because I've been shooting weddings for the past 10 years, and the last 2 years after leaving the wedding industry, I've made more money working with small business owners being a videographer. So here's the problem with shooting weddings with brides. So you shoot weddings on a Saturday. That's off top. On top of that, you also get a deposit for shooting weddings. Like, you don't get paid the full amount. You get the deposit, and then if the wedding is a year from now, you get the remaining balance a month before the wedding. And on top of that, like, you're doing so much work on your feet with 8 hours, and also working with different vendors that may not be professional. So on a wedding day, it's just like so much going on. And with me, my feet hurt a lot after shooting these weddings for so many years. So I bought a lot of shoes, but at the same time, like, yo, it's not going to help. So that was a big deal breaker for me, as far as like, I'm 43 now. So it's like, yo. And then on top of that, like, you don't really have a client after that one day. With business owners, you can work with them from month to month. But with a bride, after they get married, you have to look for the next bride. And it's hard to find another bride, especially the bride that's going to pay you your worth. Because if brides, they contact 10 photographers or more before they contact you. Now they like window shopping for prices because they don't know if they want to pay that price for you or go with a cheaper photographer, because they don't know the value if they done spoke to so many photographers. So that makes the process even harder for you to book the clients over and over at the same price. So for me, the biggest deal breaker lately for me when I stopped shooting weddings was, like, I worked Saturdays and my daughter was playing softball on Saturdays as well. So I've scheduled some weddings months in advance, but my daughter started playing softball, and now it's like, I can't tell the people I'm not going to shoot their weddings. I used to just go to the field and just look at a little bit of the game and leave before the game ends. So that made me feel like a bad dad at the end of the day, because these are the moments that we don't want to miss as far as being a parent, because I'm a parent first. So that right there was a big deal breaker for me, as far as like, I had to find a better way to make my life work, because weddings was okay and it was bringing in the income, but it still didn't fulfill me as far as like what I had going on as a parent and my business from month to month, because I still had to look for another bride. So about 2 years ago, I started doing content because I wanted to book more weddings, and I was running Facebook ads, but the Facebook ads was just tearing up my pockets. So I started creating content, and when I start creating content, I was developing a skill. I didn't know that at the time, but I was developing a skill to promote my business. And being that I was doing content, other business owners started to reach out to me and was asking me questions about content. So once I started talking to them, and I started booking them for the services that I already was doing for myself. And then I started working with business owners, and they started paying me from month to month. And I realized that I was doing the content during the week, and my Saturdays were freeing up. I still had weddings on the books, but my Saturdays were freeing up. So it was like a big light bulb. I was like, yo, let me just see if I can make this right here shake, because like at the end of the day, it's about being a father first. So in that process, what I learned, I was like, I shot these weddings and these brides. I had to like look for brides, and then I had to find a bride that paid the amount that I wanted to, in half of the time. Like, I had to do like a discount because like every bride wasn't willing to pay my price. But I noticed with business owners, they needed content every month. So they needed content every month for their business. So like, they would pay monthly for the videos. So I was like, oh, okay. Now while I was doing that, I also learned like different things as far as like when you're shooting business owner, you learn so much things. Like one time I was shooting a therapist, I learned a lot about my relationship. Like it really made my relationship better because I was creating the content and she was talking some things that I didn't know knowledge of. And now I'm shooting real estate agents, and now it's like I'm learning so much about buying a home to like it's easy. So when we working with business owners as far as creating video content, it's a plus because you're going to learn a lot about business because they have a business to run. You're going to learn more about marketing, a lot about promoting stuff, because that's what they do. Business owners, as long as you're creating video content that's going to help their business grow, they're going to keep you aboard. You're not going nowhere. So that's why you need to start creating content, because you can teach business owners how to create content if you're doing it. But if you're just being a videographer and not getting in front of the camera, you really don't have no skills to teach someone, because that's where the real value at. You can be a videographer, but also being in front of the microphone is also going to teach you how to be better spoken in front of the microphone. You know what I'm saying? I still struggle now, but I don't care no more. You see what I'm saying? I've been doing it for so long, so it's like I don't care. But once you get comfortable with it, because it's a process in the beginning, you're not going to like how you sound. You're not going to like how you look in the videos. So that's all a self-esteem thing. So that's the things that you don't have to worry about. But once you get past that stage, because everything as far as creating content is a stage. You're going to be in that stage. Then you're going to get in that more confident stage. Then you're going to get in that stage where you don't care. That's where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a process, but you can teach other business owners that process. And they're going to contact you and keep you on board because they want to grow with you and help your business as well. Because as long as they make money, they're going to give you money. So and when you're creating content, you want to look for business owners that have the money to pay you, because it's also like let's just say a business owner makes $10,000 a month and you're trying to charge them $2,000 a month. That business owner is not going to really lock in month to month with you, because it's not profitable for their business. So you have to work with business owners that if they make one deal out of your videos, they get paid $20,000 off a video, $10,000 off a video. They don't have no problem paying you that type of money then. You see what I'm saying? So you have to look at as far as like who you're trying to target. Don't target the people that don't have the money to pay you, because that's going to mess you up in the beginning. It messed me up in the beginning because I was like, I know this is working, but because I had one person on board at the time, but then I started getting inquiries from other people, but I realized and discovered that they actually have to make the money to pay you. You see what I'm saying? So I know this is a process and you learn a lot in this video, and you're probably thinking like, yeah, that sounds good, but that's scary. I know. I totally understand. It took me 2 years to get to where I'm at now. I didn't want to pivot. I didn't want to move into doing videography because I didn't have no clients. I was still getting brides, so I was kind of like comfortable and trying to just, see how it works, because it's a scary process, because I had to learn how to get in front of the camera and talk. And then I had to learn how to get clients as far as doing videography for business owners. I had to learn how to edit videos. That was one of the things I didn't realize I needed to know how to do, because I thought that was like simple, but it's a lot behind editing videos. But I edit my videos real simple, but they still do what they're supposed to do, because I learned the process as far as like selling in front of the camera. That is also going to be a big plus for you in your business once you start creating content and learning how to sell, because once you learn how to sell, you can teach your clients how to sell. That's what I do. I learn everything that I learn in my business, I teach them. So that's why I stay in courses. I stay in masterminds. I stay getting content from other people because they help me grow this business. I don't really think about as far as like, how am I going to make this happen? I know people out there that already have knowledge of what I'm trying to do. So I pay them so that I can get the knowledge. You see what I'm saying? So that's the easy cheat code for me, and it really made a difference in my business. So wedding photographers, don't buy another camera gear, because with business owners, they don't require all that extra editing. Like weddings, like they don't even require 500 and 600 different photos. Like I really shoot an event for a business owner and may deliver 60 to 70 photos and a recap video about 30 minutes. I mean, 30 seconds to a minute, because like that's the normal time, and so they can get more views on social media. You don't want to make it too long, but just you want to make sure you highlight the points of the event that they capture, because that's going to help them get money and just bring them more brand awareness as far as their business. So I know you are learning a lot by this video, so I want to make sure that you subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to break down more, and I'm going to also build a community so that you all can be in there and learn this process, because it's literally a process. It's literally a process. And I also like to let y'all know that don't follow too much of coaches and things out there, because everything about growing your business as a wedding photographer or videographer is a process. One time I made $16K a month. I thought it was a big thing, but I was down to about $1,000 the next month, because I didn't mentally had myself prepared as far as spending habits, as far as working out. I never made that much money, so I was just like spending it like crazy. So it's a process to growing. So wherever you at right now, just make sure that you are open to growing and open to being that person that you want to be, because it's a process. It's not easy. You can get paid a lot of money quick, but it can go fast if you're not physically locked in as far as learning how to spend money, learning how to save money, learning how to put money where it's supposed to be at. So I'm breaking down all this stuff on this channel and in my community. So stay tuned for the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, check out this video too. I'm out.